accepting the colloquial definition of hate crime, which I reject as a legal conclusion, the idea that there is a hate crime. Like if you punch someone in the teeth, that it's somehow worse if you're like, you Italian, bam, then it's a hate crime. No, it's just a fucking crime. It always was a crime. It's just a crime. I don't care what your motivation for the criminal act is. I think that's an improper way to look at it. But if you accept the definition of a hate crime, then there are these hate crimes out there that occur, and you never will hear about them because that's the majority of crime. But the hate crimes you hear about always seem to end up being completely fucking fake, right? Somebody came in and wrote the N-word on my shower stall. It was you, wasn't it? Maybe. I just wanted an A on my history exam. Ooga booga, ooga booga, ooga booga. Right? Like, it's always something like that. It's always fucking fake. They're all fake. Look at this. This is the hate of hate crimes. White men come to lynch Jussie Smollett. They're so determined to lynch this fucking gay Jew black that they're going to do it in the middle of negative 20 degrees in Chicago at 2 a.m. because that's when the MAGA supporters are in hibernation. Those big, fat, fucking MAGA bears are all hibernating. Lauren Boebert, Lauren Boebert, Lauren Boebert. Lauren Boebert, Lauren Boebert, Lauren Boebert. They're all fucking asleep. That's when they're going to do it. They're going to come out and like 2 a.m. we will get you. Right? Like this is how the race war starts. And of course it's fucking fake. Of course it's fake. They're all fake. They're always fake. The spray paint is on their fingers still as they go to the cops every goddamn time.
No question. Mr. Smollett was born into a mixed race family. His mom is an African-American woman. His dad was a white Jewish man.
There it is.
There were 6 siblings. And if you can say anything about this family,
6 siblings, oi, hey!
Very tight-knit family, a village that was always in sync.
We're a
with each
village,
other.
we're raising a
They cared
child.
about each other. It was completely, wholly supportive of each other. You know that this family knew about matters about social justice more than anything else. That's what the family stood for. It is part of the fabric of their existence. I know that Jussie Smollett grew up knowing to be sensitive to matters about racial discrimination, any kind of discrimination, any kind of social injustice. And as a matter of fact, I'm learning more about it as we're going on in the letters I've been receiving and the testimony I've heard today. He's been doing this all his life. He doesn't just talk the talk. He's walking the walk. He's out there. He's advocating. He's involved in the community. He cares deeply about social justice issues.
Oh, he cares deeply.
And for you now to sit
here, convicted of hoaxing, hate crimes, racial hate crimes, and homophobic hate crimes. The hypocrisy is just astounding.
Judge, can't believe it. I can't believe he would hoax these hate crimes against the Jews and the blacks.
It will always stick in my mind, and I've been involved in so many trials over the years, but something happened in this trial that it was remarkable, and it talks about your sensitivity to issues of social justice.
I can believe it 100%.
And he used a word starting with the letter N.
Ooh.
Meet me at this place at this time, and I'm paraphrasing.
He said, Nigerians, meet me at this place in this time, brothers. I will show you the way. I will show you the way to my anus. Bob Piffle says, thank you for covering. Watch this live earlier today. Judge is right on. The judge is right on, but he takes a little long to get to this. But yes, this is so good. This is the best moment. The lawyer is reading off Jussie's communication in which Jussie drops the Binger bomb. And when he does it, Jussie's like, you don't have a right to say that. How dare you denigrate the black community, which I am a part. Actually, you don't have the right to say that. How dare you denigrate and not denigrate me, Big Daddy.
And rather than just answer the question, which what a witness is supposed to do and expected to do in their criminal trial, you stopped the proceedings. You said, Mr. Webb,
stop the courts.
Out of respect for all the African-American people in this courtroom, you should not be using that word.
Fuck off.
I was amazed. But it showed, and I'm not talking about the parrying and the gamesmanship that may go on between a prosecutor and a witness on the stand. That's not why I'm telling this, recalling this event. But what I'm talking about is how sensitive you were to any kind of slight. That anybody, if the wrong words come out of somebody else's mouth, you're going to get up and speak up and complain about it, and make sure that they know that they're not behaving the way you're supposed to behave. So you know better than anybody else that these are serious matters. They're serious to you. They're clearly serious to you, and as your whole family. And for you to be here now, convicted of these hate crimes, it's just astonishing. Faking hate crimes. So why did this happen? That's a good question. I think that's the question on everybody's mind. There's some conjecture you did it for the money. Frankly, I do not
He
believe
worked hard for the money.
You were making
So hard
close to
for
$2 million
the
a
money.
year when this happened. I don't think money motivated you at all.
the only thing I
Judge is wrong here. Of course, money motivated. Look, $2 million a year. What? You stop making money? Of course he did it for the money. It came out at trial that Jussie had received a hate letter. Anybody believes he received a hate letter that wasn't written by him literally. But he claimed to receive a hate letter, and he did not get the attention. This is something I did not know until today. Jussie had gotten a quote-unquote hate letter, taken it to the producers of Empire, and wanted more attention, money, prominence. And he didn't get it. And then he hoaxed the Nigerian attack. Then he did it. This was definitely about money. Of course it was. Oh, you made $2 million a year. This isn't about money. What? You know what's better than $2 million a year? $3 million a year or $4 million a year. Of course it is. When does money stop being cool? Like, there's not an amount. Like, everybody here would switch places with switch incomes, not necessarily places, switch incomes with Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk in a heartbeat. Because there's no amount of money where it's like, you know what? Actually, no, more money is uncool. Now, the shit that comes with money, all the drama, sure, maybe people get tired of that, but not at $2 million. $2 million is not an uncool amount of money. You're not like, whoa, now I'm done. Look, $2 million is enough. Fuck off. Like, you can literally, until you're literally bathing in Bugattis, it's not enough for anybody. And anybody who says otherwise, they would all take more money, because until you actually are getting that and you're dealing with the fuckery that comes with it, everybody thinks I can eliminate all of my stress, all of my problems. I'll never have a house payment. I'll never have a car payment. Never have to worry about taxes. I'll never have to worry about anything ever again. Because for most people, that's how it goes. And whatever woes come with money, the benefits tend to outweigh it. So the judge is being stupid here. I don't know what his fucking problem is.
I can find is that you really craved the attention, and you wanted to get the attention, and you were so invested in issues of social justice, and you knew that this was a sore spot for everybody in this country. You knew this was a country that was slowly trying to heal past injustices and current injustices and trying to make a better future for each other, and it was a hard road. And you took some scabs off some healing wounds, and you split them apart for one reason. You wanted to make yourself more famous, and for a while it worked. Everybody was talking about you. The lights were on you. You were actually throwing a national pity party for yourself. And why would you do such a thing? Why would you? I understand you crave the attention so much, but why would you betray something like social justice issues, which you care so much about? The only thing I can conclude is that, and I acknowledge, there are wonderful sides to you. They're very giving and charitable and loving sides to you. But you have another side of you
don't
that
acknowledge
is profoundly arrogant and selfish and narcissistic. That's the only thing that can be concluded. And that bad side of you came out during the course of all these events. Let me talk about hate crimes for a minute.
Oh, please, tell me about hate crimes.
For many years. And I've heard many victims of crimes testify in front of me. And any victim of a crime, no matter what the crime is, they are demoralized by what happens to them. It doesn't matter if you're injured unjustifiably, if somebody hurts you and it maybe cripples you or damages you in some fashion, that's going to be long-standing injuries.
It's true.
If your property is stolen, your vehicles are stolen, people go into your homes, your possessions are stolen.
It's horrifying. It's such a violation.
It's a demoralizing experience. And sometimes it's the worst experience that anybody can ever go through in their entire life.
Preach.
And then if it turns out that the motivation for the criminal to do something bad to you was because they hate you because of your race, because of your ethnicity, because of your gender, your sex.
Let me finish this sentence for the judge. It literally doesn't fucking matter. Stop it, judge. Stop it. The white guy who is robbed is no less aggrieved than the white guy who is robbed while the person says, fuck you, cracker. It's the exact same victim status. Fuck off with this nonsense. God, I hate this shit so much.
Sexual orientation, your religion, your age, your disability. If that was the reason for it, it is exponentially worse. There is nothing worse.
Exponentially.
Than to be a
But you guys didn't know that exponentially was a word.
victim of a hate crime. It is the worst thing that can happen, especially in our country with all our history and all that we're going through now to try to get around some of these issues. Hate crimes are the absolute worst. And I believe that you did damage to real hate crimes, to hate crime victims. There are people that are actual, genuine victims of hate crimes that you did damage to. These are people that have a difficult time coming forward. They may be.
I said this on Nate's show, and I'm going to say it again. Again, I don't buy into what hate crimes actually are. Like, I don't agree with them under the law. However, accepting what hate crimes that they exist under the law in our society or whatever in our system, judges today they genuinely believe that they are reforming in and fighting against a systemic oppression of yesteryear. They believe they are champions of equality, equity, and justice. Whatever, like, that may be right, that may be wrong. I don't care. They may all be cucks. It doesn't matter what the reality is, okay? Even a racist judge doesn't think he's a racist, okay? It doesn't matter. They believe that they are doing better today than was done for Emmett Till or whatever. Like, they all get up, they put on their robe, then they lift it up and they jerk off really hard. They're like, I'm gonna fucking avenge Emmett Till, and they do that, and then they go to the bench, and the inside of their robe's really nasty because of that. But that's what they do. I'm not joking about this, by the way. They literally believe, because you're drilled in law school and you're drilled in your fucking CLEs and you're drilled everywhere, that you are the agent to repair the broken justice system. And so when they get on the bench, they believe it. So while it doesn't matter practically and in reality whether they're right, wrong, that none of that matters, they believe it. And when some motherfucker comes into their courtroom and messes with their ability to enact justice, you don't want to be the criminal in that case. You don't want to be the hate crimer. Notice the people who are convicted of hate crimes get fucked hard with their sentencing. And people who hoax and get prosecuted for it, when that happens, they are very offended. The judges are very, very offended because they're working their ass off to repair the damage being done, and these hoaxers ruin it. Don't be that guy.